Hola amigos investors, how are you today? My name is Juan Estrella and I'm going to tell about Apple. So let's get started. Okay, we have an Apple. It's an American multinational that designs, develops, and sells electronic devices, computer software, and online services. It gets its revenue mainly from selling iPhones and streaming content cloud services such as music and TV. The main competitors we have are Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Samsung, LG, Lenovo, Dell, Spotify, and Netflix. Okay guys, so let's jump into the numbers. Currently we have a PE of 32.78. The forward PE is 25.90. The best case scenario should be 20 or less for the forward PE. And the price to book is 31.01. The best case scenario can be 1 or less. Okay, so now jumping into the price to sales. Before starting, I just want to mention that for the people who are very conservative, I just want to mention that the best case scenario for them can be a price to sales of 2.50 for the people that they want to buy it. But I just want to mention for the last time that it reached to that specific price to sales, it was in December 2018. Okay, so now for the intrepid people, I just want to mention that I just want to focus at least try to sell at 8.40 in average for the for Apple. And yeah, currently by the time I'm just recording this video is at 6.93. Also, I'm just expecting that it can be lower, that even it can go to the 6.56, and I will buy it. I will start to buy it heavily if it reach to that specific price to sales of 6.56 or even less. Now for the total equity, I just want to mention that also this is just trending lower, but you don't need to be very concerned, as you know the Apple are focusing more on the ecosystem for the software. So yeah, they don't need to have much assets. So in this case, the last report is currently at $66.22 billion. Now, if we can just compare also the current ratio, also is just every report is just getting lower and lower. If we just compare for the last year in 2020, and for the last quarter in 2020, it closed with the current ratio of 1.16. That means that if they are higher than 1, that means that if in the future they may have a very bad year for the Apple, they will be able to pay all the debts without any problem. Okay, so now jumping into the valuation for Apple, I just want to mention for the average of the forward PE in specific years. So you can just also take some considerations if you want to just buy or even sell your stocks. For this current year, 2021, it is an average forward PE of 28.33. The 2020 is an average of 33.44. The 2019 is 22.17. For the 2019 it was 12.08. 2017 14.90, and 2016 it was an average of 12.90. So yeah, the best forward PE that it had Apple for that specific years, it was of 2018 for 12.08. So as you see, if we can just reach to that specific price that I thought that it can reach to that specific forward PE in the near future. But hopefully, maybe if you see this video in the next coming months and you reach to that big crash for the market, yeah, hopefully we can just reach to that specific forward PE just to buy heavily stocks on Apple. Now, if we can just compare the two different indicators, we can just start with the Hooligan indicator. And by the time I'm just recording this video, Apple closed at 121.26. And as you see, this is an area that I want to buy. Hopefully we can just go even lower. I'm just expecting just to maybe if it can reach to 113 or even lower, yeah, that will be a very good start for us in order just to buy heavily. But yes, also we have a relative strength indicator that I can just show you that many many people are overselling, so that's the reason we can just start to buy some at least some stocks for Apple, just to see if we can just go even lower and buy much more. And as you see, right now it is in range of 28.98. Yeah, this is something that I really like it. Now, if we can just jump to the comparison of the sector media for the PE gap, for the sector median, it is an average of 31.31 against an Apple that is actually on 27.38. That means that if it's lower than the average, that means that Apple, it could be a little bit over. I mean, even though that is overpriced, this stock, but if you can just compare with the sector median, that means that actually Apple is not too expensive, at least in comparison with the sector median. Now I just want to mention that Apple offers dividends, and the last dividends that it was offering, it was an average of 82 cents per share. That means that it's an average of 0.68% a year. Before jumping into the technical analysis, I just want to mention that also the last report in January 27, 2021, it had also, they overpassed the expectations from the investors again. The estimate was on $1.42 per share. However, Apple report $1.68. So also this is another very good sign. Now, if we can just compare also another different analysis, this is the part that I also like it, because if we can just compare the report in 2020 and also the same period of time, but in 2019, we can just see that in 2019 it was reported earnings per share for $1.26 against the same period in 2020. It was at $1.60, well, actually almost $1.70 dollars per share, and that means that sorry, it was if we can just have higher for the last year, that means that also is a very good selling point. Now, if we can just compare the technical analysis, but before starting, I just want to mention for the people that are very conservative or they want to just play safe, I just want to let you know that the best case scenario, the price can reach for Apple, it could be at $55.81. Obviously, it doesn't mean that it will reach to that specific price, but if in the future we have a very big crash for the market, at least you will be aware that it can reach to that specific price. However, I just want to let you know that even though that we have the last year, it was another very big crash because of the pandemic. The last time that it reached to that specific price, it was on March 2020. Obviously, we know that we have a split in the last year, but at least in comparison with the specific price that currently is the stock, that means that at the time, before the split, it was on $55.13. Also, there is another green area for the people that hopefully we can reach also to $42. But yes, again, this is something that this is only in case that the market can have a very great crash. Okay, so now for the intrepid people, we can just I just want to show you that we have different resistance, and as you see, we have a hill that is trending starting from $103, and it seems that now is just trending to that specific price to 120-ish. But yeah, there is another resistance that we can just reach maybe in the middle future. So yeah, the first goal that it can reach, it may go to $81.49. It doesn't mean that it will go to the specific price, but at least you can I can just show you what is the different resistance in case that reach to that specific price. Also, the second resistance, we have on $87.83. The next resistance is $100.03. The next resistance is on $105.81. The next one is $113. Now the next one is $122.05. That is currently, by the time I'm just currently recording this video, it's in that specific price ish. Now the resistance is $126.53. The next one is on $137.83, and finally, at least we have another resistance of at 145.54 cents. Okay, so now we can just jump to the performance for this specific stock. Just let me sum it up. And yes, for the performance for the last week, it was a loss of 6.63%. The last month, it was minus 14.64%. The last 3 months, it was an earnings of 5.29%. Sorry. The last 6 months, it was a minus 4.16%. The last year, it was an earnings of 77.44%. And if for this current year, 2021, it was an earnings, it was actually a loss of minus 8.61%. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully see you on the next video. Bye.